they've been in the trade market big time over the past couple of weeks, obviously talking about Kawhi Leonard. So let's go through a couple of trades that the Lakers could make this offseason, and we start with that Kawhi Leonard trade. And look, at this point, you just have to wonder, does he even want to be on the Lakers anymore? And if you're the Lakers, how much do you even want this guy in terms of actually trading for him? It's been a complete crap show so far with Kawhi Leonard on this, for this entire saga. I mean, first he wanted to play with LeBron James. Then he didn't want to play with LeBron James. Now he wants to play with the Clippers. Oh no, just kidding. He wants to play with the Lakers. Maybe he'll re-sign with the 76ers. Oh no, now he doesn't want to go to the 76ers. What the hell does Kawhi Leonard want? He won't even come out and say it himself, which is a huge, huge issue for me. So if I'm the Lakers and I'm looking to get Kawhi Leonard, look, sometimes you might just have to go all in for it. I mean, you just have to go for it. Give up Brandon Ingram, give up Lonzo Ball, and give up those first 2-round picks. That is what the Lakers are going to have to give up in order to get Kawhi Leonard in terms of a trade. The Spurs are playing absolute hardball. Greg Popovich has not moved off of his price for what he wants from the Lakers. Now, I think that he would if the Lakers show that they are willing to give in to the Spurs. This, to me, has so much more to do with power than it does legitimate assets. I think the Spurs do not want Kawhi Leonard to just go to the Lakers quietly. If they are going to get something for Kawhi Leonard, it's going to be for a great young core and multiple picks in the first round. And I think if the Lakers are kind of holding on to dear life to Kyle Kuzma, they're going to have to give up both Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball just to make this trade happen for next offseason. But if you're the Lakers, this is still a fantastic lineup. You could slot in Rondo there at the 1 with Josh Hart as his backup. You get Kawhi Leonard. You have LeBron, Kuzma, Mo Wagner has been having a fantastic summer league so far. I wouldn't have an issue for this if I'm the Lakers. I know they don't want to give up Brandon Ingram because there's a possibility they could just bring him in next offseason, talking about Kawhi Leonard, to pair with Ingram. But, let's play this into next offseason. What do you do with Brandon Ingram when you have Kawhi Leonard? What's your starting lineup? Lonzo Ball, Kawhi, LeBron, Kuzma, plus Brandon Ingram. There's not enough starting spots for all these players. Ingram will end up having to be a guy coming off the bench anyway, which I know is a good call, but I don't think Brandon Ingram has a lot of long-term interest in being a bench guy. I think he's going to end up wanting to be a starter, seeing as he has that kind of potential and really does have a lot of superstar upside. I mean, does Kuzma go on the bench? A lineup of Lonzo Ball, Kawhi Leonard, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and LeBron is way too small. That is just way too small of a lineup. So I don't know what the Lakers end up doing. I would make the move just so you have enough space to make this roster work in the future. So I still think the Lakers should give up that much money or that much assets, for Kawhi Leonard. All right, let's get to our next trade here. We talked about this a little bit earlier. It is Damian Lillard. He is still a guy I think the Lakers could make a move for. And according to Ramona Shelburne, the queen of Lakers coverage, as I love to call her, has said that this has been in the winds for a while. Now, I don't know what in the winds means, but I do know that trade winds is also a term that we use here in sports. So perhaps this is just something that has been floating around NBA circles, to use more, random analogies and random keywords here, talking about NBA trade talks. It's in the wind. It's a rumor. It's been rumbling for a while now, talking more about this Lillard trade. But if you're the Lakers and you're trying to make a legitimate move for Damian Lillard, you give up Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram like that. You don't even think. If they ask for Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball, you say yes instantly. Instantly, you say yes to get Damian Lillard. I mean, Damian Lillard is Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram combined into one player, plus a legitimately mature player with NBA playoff experience. If you're the Lakers and you have a legitimate shot of getting Damian Lillard, you make that trade twice on Tuesdays and for the rest of the week. I don't understand why the Lakers haven't been offering a massive, massive package for Damian Lillard. He is 100% the kind of player that I would trade in young assets to get. There are very few guys in the NBA who I think a team should give up all of their young assets for, and I think Damian Lillard is a guy for the Lakers. Now, the Blazers could very well just say no to this and ask for more back and say that we're not going to make this trade if that Luol Deng contract is involved. But if I'm the Lakers, that is exactly what I go ahead and offer. 2 first-round picks, 2 great young players. You let the Blazers still be good next year, and you bring in another superstar to play against LeBron. And mind you, Damian Lillard plus LeBron James is a fantastic combo. I don't know if there are many point guards in the NBA who would be as good of a fit next to LeBron as Lillard is. I mean, obviously Kyrie Irving was a fantastic fit. Kyrie and Damian Lillard are very similar players in terms of what they bring to the table as a playmaker, as a scorer, and everything else that you can get out of Damian Lillard. I think he'd be a great player for them to pick up. It just really is a question of, does anyone want Lonzo Ball? Like, what is Lonzo Ball's trade value right now in the open market? I think that trade would have a lot to do with Lonzo Ball's trade value being up here, but just how many franchises really want to take in that guy plus that family? I think Portland would be a little wary of it, but getting Brandon Ingram plus those 2 first-round picks is tough to say no to, especially if you're trying to move Lillard off the books. All right, let's get to another trade that the Lakers could make this offseason. How about for Kevin Love? How about we reunite Kevin Love and LeBron James together? There were so many rumors. Remember back in the day when NBA rumors were as simple as Russell Westbrook and Kevin Love are going to return to Los Angeles to make a super team with the Lakers? Remember when that was going to happen during simpler times, the K-Love, Russell Westbrook, UCLA core coming back to own it for the Lakers? I remember that. I remember the summer before Kevin Love getting traded to the Cavs. It was all, oh, Kevin Love wants to be a free agent and go to the Lakers. Oh, he's talked to Russell Westbrook. They're going to team up, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, that didn't happen, but maybe Kevin Love can somehow still end up in LA. This would be the deal. Simple. If you're the Cavs and you can get Brandon Ingram plus a first-round pick for Kevin Love, I don't care that you have to take that Luol Deng contract back. You say yes to that every single time. Both sides, I think, say yes to that. Maybe the Lakers say no, simply because that first-round pick is a little bit too much. But if I'm the Cavs and I can get rid of that Luol Deng contract, bring in Kevin Love, and make me a competitor next year, he might be a little repetitive next to Kyle Kuzma, but I think the more shooting that you can get down low around LeBron, the better. Maybe you go LeBron at the 2, Kuzma and Love at the 3 and the 4, and then you get a more defensive guy at the 5. But the more shooters that you can have down low around LeBron, think about that. Kevin Love, Kyle Kuzma, along with the center there, Mo Wagner, they just drafted. I think if you're the Lakers, you make that move for Kevin Love. I know you like Brandon Ingram, but again, I ask the question, where is he going to play in the future if you bring in the likes of Kawhi Leonard and another superstar in 2019, plus trading for Kevin Love? Maybe just Brandon Ingram is the guy who I don't think fits into this equation. I think he's going to end up getting moved just because they're going to want to get a guy who has a little bit more experience on the wing than Ingram. He's a good player, a good young guy, but as of right now, I think he's a dude that the Lakers are very willing to trade. All right, let's go to our last guy. Maybe a little bit of a surprise, but I think it could be a perfect move for the Lakers. How about Bradley Beal to LA? Now, this centers around the fact that Beal and John Wall have had a lot of issues getting along in their NBA careers. Multiple seasons now of there being some reported conflict between the two, them fighting over the ball. Also a little bit of detest going on between the fact that the Wizards were better when John Wall didn't play and Bradley Beal was the primary ball handler. So maybe some difficult chemistry there between John Wall and Bradley Beal. And also, if you're the Lakers, you can make a move for Bradley Beal and get him in there with his contract. That'd be the perfect move for the Los Angeles Lakers. Being able to get a superstar shooting guard there at the 2 to play next to LeBron James, especially at 25 years old. You get an elite 2 guard next to LeBron for years to come. I think that'd be a great move for the Lakers to maybe attack and go get Bradley Beal. Now, this would be my Wizards blow it up trade, and I've been saying for years that the Wizards need to blow it up. This would involve them trading Beal, maybe they move Wall. They're definitely getting rid of Otto Porter at some point. So they get Brandon Ingram, they get a great young point guard in Josh Hart, they get an expiring deal in a year in Luol Deng, and they get 2 first-round picks from the Lakers. This still might be a little bit light for Bradley Beal. I could totally see the Wizards coming back and saying, hey, we want another young player for Bradley Beal. But I think after one more year of the of the Wizards just failing in the playoffs again, it's going to be time to blow it up. And I think the Lakers are going to be first in line to try to make a move for Bradley Beal. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go out and get a 25-year-old superstar shooting guard who averages over 20 points a game and is a perfect fit next to LeBron? He would, without a question, well, not without a question, excuse me, after Dwayne Wade, Bradley Beal would be the best shooting guard that LeBron James has ever played with. I think the Lakers would love to make this move. It might still be a little bit light for the Wizards. I could totally see them asking for another young player in lieu of Luol Deng, but the Lakers have to include him in a trade for those contracts to work, especially on the Wizards side. Wizards side as well. Remember to use that super chat. You can have your questions answered live on the Cam Rogers Show. I will also answer any comments in the question as well for our super chatters out there. Remember to subscribe to us here on YouTube as well, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV. We just crossed 50,000 subscribers, people. Thank you for being the lovely fans here of Chat Sports. We've really loved the support that we've gotten during the NBA offseason. But let me know, will the Lakers make a trade this offseason? Give me a 1 for yes or give me a 2 for no. I say yes. I still think there is a move that the Lakers are waiting to make. Because look at it this way. They have 2 roster spots open right now. They're probably going to take one Summer League guy. Maybe they take Svi Mikhailuk, who's looked really good. Mo Wagner is definitely going to make the team. That's not a question. But they're saving some cap space. They're saving a spot on the roster. I think they're hunting for another guy on the trade market that is going to end up being on the team next year. Maybe they do go out and get a really good shooter like a Bradley Beal. But I think there's another move here that we don't know yet with this Lakers team. Because look, JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson, Rajon Rondo, these guys are just here to get minutes on one-year contracts. But I think the Lakers are on the lookout for a young, controllable player over the next couple of years. Yes, LA does want Lillard. I do understand that. I think they might make a move next offseason for him, along with getting Kawhi. But if I'm the Lakers right now, I am hunting for a young shooter who can come off the bench and help me out. Because I just think that they don't have enough shooting. Regardless of how you want to build your team around LeBron, I still think they're looking for young assets to put next to LeBron that they could get for a couple years. We got a comment coming in here from Calvin Trice saying, if Rockets don't bring back Capella, Lakers should bring him in. Calvin, there's just one issue with that. There is no way that the Rockets would ever allow the Lakers to end up with Clint Capella. Not going to happen. 0% chance. The Rockets will bring him back on a max contract if they have to make sure he doesn't end up with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's not going to happen. Capella's going to end up being a Rocket. I think the Lakers are going to get a young shooter like we've seen other teams do in the past. But that's going to do it for the Cam Rogers Show today. You can follow me on Twitter @SportsDean. Again, go follow Cam @MrRogers99. Go wish him a happy birthday. Today is his birthday. He'll be back here on Wednesday. Had a great time hosting the show over the past week. I want to thank you guys for your support, getting us to 50,000 subscribers. Remember to use that super chat. We'll answer your questions throughout the show, but we'll see you next time.